Today's theme park experience is the biggest mega park, mini park of the contest so far. There is so much crammed into this crazy, magical, adventurous kingdom of fantasy themes. It is just absolutely ridiculous. It's going to be a fun episode that you're not going to want to miss out on, so stay tuned and we'll get right on into it. Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends! Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight Contest Edition. Today we're looking at Kingdoms Luxinox, created by Pillsbury 501 and Max 2301. And what is their team name? Pilsine during Christmas? Okay. And here they say, welcome travelers, merchants, warriors, and adventurers to the two kingdoms, Luxinox. Light and darkness, day and night. The world must be kept in balance. Two castles coexist and form a unity. Discover the kingdom that is ruled by light and darkness. Ride the dueling wooden coaster to feel the rush and adrenaline that comes with the fight of daylight and night. Join the elves on their journey through the underground where they dig for gems and gold, or experiencing the frightening thrill of the twisted grave coaster in the kingdom of Nox. Stop by the Bard's Tavern to quench your thirst whilst visiting both kingdoms. Take a peek past the doors of the kingdom of Luxinox and see the construction underway for the new dark ride coming soon. What do you mean coming soon? This isn't a work in progress. What, are you gonna finish it next year? The park offers more to see. Have fun exploring. Must have seen rides? Luxinox Racing Dueling Coaster. They're saying these are the rides that you have to see. We're gonna see them all, guys. Don't you know how these contests work? Please view all interiors at night for the best experience. I'll try to do my best. Park was built by Max 2003, Pillsbury, and who's that Chris? Disqualified! What are you talking about? 3 people. Started by Max and Chris, but halfway in the competition, Chris could not continue due to time constraints, so Pill stepped in to his place. Okay. All is forgiven. You replaced one with another. That is fine. Okay, let's get into this. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all doing well today. This is a heavier park. We're getting 15 FPS on average. Things aren't going to be the smoothest. Obviously, if we turn our camera to the outside of the park, things are gonna run a little bit better. So at times it might not be great, and sometimes it might be. Kingdoms of Noxilux. And beautiful artistry on these builds. I mean, this is just insane. The part count is a little obnoxious, and I can see why you're getting the frame rates that you are based off of tunnels like that. But hey, if you want to get detailed and you want to get elegant and you want to get over the top, this is what's required to win a contest when you get up into these higher brackets like this. Just an excellent amount of effort and detailing, and it's looking absolutely amazing. It looks like a tough competitor for this bracket. And speaking of which, I did announce that this is a collab version. It appears, other than the last one of this bracket, every single submission from here on out, other than just the one by Mr. Vanderpants, is going to be collab. So we have finally stepped into what we call the collab edition of the contest, where initially we launched this as a collab contest, assuming we would get half the amount of submissions as last year and double the amount of collaborators. And a little bit off on that. Because the park was bigger, we did get less submissions. We scared people off, thankfully. And I mean that in the nicest way, guys. Last year we had like 200 submissions, and we couldn't even feature them all. Unfortunately, it would have been like a 5-month-long contest. It's good to have a nice amount of contestants in a contest. 80 is still a lot, and considering what, 20 of them or so were collabs, that still means there's 40 competitors, 120 competitors total. That is a lot of people in a community competing for the same thing. So I like to see a healthy competition. I like to see a lot of competitors, but there becomes a point where you have to ask yourself, is this feasible in terms of video production? I think we nailed a good number with this one, but I'm still exhausted. I love seeing these parks, but I'm running out of energy as we're getting to the best of them all. And luckily, when you're low on energy and you see amazing creations like this, it reinvigorates you, wakes you up a little bit, and gives you a splash of awesomeness to kind of get you going again. We'll do these at night as requested. Oh, that is so annoying. You have it set to 3:45. Does 3:45 a.m. look like night? Okay, it does. Less annoying. All right. Usually you get like a sunset, sunrise kind of thing going on. You know, like, so I have to manually change the clock every single time we go into a building. Not so bad here. Not so bad. Ooh, pretty little crystal here. Very interesting. The elves are doing the mining in this case. Most fantasy lores, it's the dwarves or the humans doing the mining. The elves in this universe are the ones that like to get their hands dirty and mine for crystals. Very fun. Divinity does an interesting spin on elves. Divinity Original Sin. I really like what they did with the elves in that game. All right. So we have a mine train coaster. Gold Fever. There's a look at the stats, everyone. We are at the Elf Mine Express. And I think we'll just be riding this in seat view. Okay, very interesting discussion point. We're going to ride this again at daytime. We've seen this problem a few times from this bracket in particular. You experts and advanced builders in this bracket have used the day-night sequencer to force it to night when it needs to be night without considering that I may go on the coaster at night. So, as a word of advice for all creators in the future, make sure that you use the day-night sequencer throughout the entirety of the ride or not at all, right? Because when I was riding that, it's like, oh, we're at nighttime, let's change it to nighttime. And it just does a full circle, and we just see the sun doing crazy, crazy things. So keep that in mind, that especially if you're asking me to use your queues at night, you should start the ride off with day using that day-night sequencer. That way, we don't have this problem, where it goes from night to night. But now, what was designed, it was designed in a way that it assumed we were at day, and it would turn it to nighttime when it's supposed to be dark, which does make sense. But in the condition that we start the ride at night, you have to keep that in mind. So, might as well force it throughout the whole ride. Anyways, enjoy the ride. So as you can see, they're much better timed for the day-night sequencer during the daytime and only using night where it's intended to be. That's how the ride was intended to be ridden, but I also like the option to ride things at night. If you do terraform, it generally does look dark inside the caves anyways. Not always necessary to force it to night, but beautiful, beautiful mine train. Look at the environment here. I just love the way this looks. And I like the rooftops on that. It's giving me some Warcraft vibes. There's just so much detail here. The environmental work is just over the top. I mean, that is a ridiculously awesome mine train coaster. I really love these builds. For those that don't know, these are all individual pieces. I think if we zoom out far enough, you'll see it just disappear entirely. Maybe, maybe not. They might be TMTK, which is also putting a hamper on the performance. Or maybe those look like these look like shingles that are in the game. I was wondering why they're not popping out from a distance though. Interesting. Okay, moving on up into this beautiful elven fortress, or what seems to be. There's the exit to the mine train. That's where we're supposed to get off, leading us straight into this area. Carousel matching the buildings in a very nice way. I just saw someone run in here. That's a hotel. The Elven Suites. Beautiful. Looking really nice. That is a lot of heavy theming. This whole area just for a hotel and a carousel. That is when you guys know you have an over-the-top content creator with this collab here, willing to go pull out all the stops for just a carousel. A Dueling wooden coaster, one of my favorite creations early on in this channel. I don't even believe made it to the top 1,000 coasters video. I had it on there and I had to remove it, but we didn't have dueling back in the day. It wasn't a thing in Planet Coaster, so it was really hard to get them to duel. And somebody did a gigantic exploration dueling wooden coasters, and I remember just falling in love with this concept of dueling wooden coasters. I don't know what this was all about. I hit play. Is there supposed to be a show in here? What is happening? Oh, go at night. Is lit play? Okay, so it's night. I push play and I go in. This is creepy. What is this? I'm so confused. Is there a ride in here? Is this the ride? You guys made like an interactive playhouse or something? I guess that's what it is. Huh. Well, we might as well explore some of this park at night. I'm going back and around in circles. Beer garden. Beautiful. So they talked about the pre-show of the park being both light and dark. Maybe what we can do is ride the dark coaster at night and the light coaster at day, just so we can really get the two extremes going here. I like how this looks at night, but I am having a hard time seeing. Much better. The natural lighting of Planko is just too good to pass up on. An arcade. Cool. Ooh, that looks like a fun coaster. Ooh. Let's go up here. See where the park takes us. Hey. Oven-baked pizzas. Burger King. I quite literally had Burger King for dinner today. I don't understand why you say for our future enjoyment. FYI, I'm not coming back to these parks, guys. So don't go wasting your time finishing that ride, because it's not happening. I'm sorry. Once we visit a park, we only visit it once. So I'm assuming you guys had a dark ride planned for this area, and we come up here and there's no ride. Whoops. And that's a little unsettling because we had that big, beautiful Alvin coaster. We're supposed to have our dark ride over here for the dark side of the park. And you're kind of missing, I guess, half your theme there, which is a little unfortunate. I'm assuming you guys just ran out of time and said, okay, future enjoyment, slap that on there. We couldn't finish it. I don't know what's happening. Am I supposed to push things? Whoa. Fire show. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. getting a little toasty on this ride. Whoa. Cool. Adding a little bit of fun flair in there with some pyrokinetics. Let us go check out this coaster, the Twisted Grave. How do we get to it? This looks like an exit. Where's the entrance? It's got to be on this side, right? So laggy. Here we go. Found you. Twisted Grave. This looks fun. Okay, let's check it out. Here's a look at the results, everybody. I'm actually gonna do track view for this. I think that'll work better. Awesome. Wow. Let's take a look at this from the exterior. That is quite the coaster contraption. Lots of track packed in there. I mean, everywhere we look in this park, there's coaster tracks. I am most excited for this wooden coaster, and I'm assuming we get on there through here. I'd imagine a gift shop. I think I saw a pink penguin. Cool. Left and right exits. Exits! Aha! And here are the entrances. So why don't we start with the light coaster at daytime. And we'll do the dark one at night. This queue is just so crazy. A little bit of a tight fit, tight squeeze, but a ton of detail. All right, here we go. It is the Knox coaster, almost 1,000 meters in length, all the way dueling. I think we will do back of the train. Let's do it. Absolutely amazing. Let's just jump over the fence right over to the dark coaster, which is the Lux. There's a look at the stats if you'd like to see them. And we'll probably ride seat view for this guy. And we will do nighttime, of course. Absolutely incredible. Fitting in 2 giant dueling wooden coasters. Let me do a count real quick and we'll talk about it. So you had 1, 2 obviously in the center, a third over here, a 4th at the mine train, and your 5th was planned to be the dark ride that didn't get in. A little bit of a shame that you didn't quite get that dark ride in. It looks like you had the whole building space mapped out with all that realism back here, and you had planned for something. You even have the track in here and the basic block out for everything. Interestingly enough, you put all this work in progress stuff in here. So yeah, it definitely looks like that's what you guys had in mind and then didn't quite get to finishing it. But you did put some stuff in here to make it look like it's under construction, which I can at least appreciate. That's really cool. I'm glad I took a look in there. Yeah, the experience is in the details with this one, because 4 coasters is quite a lot, but they weren't like doing anything out of this world crazy. They're more on the realistic side, more on the tame side, more of something you would see in an actual theme park, which I like, and I think the realism fans would like that as well. Compared to some of the extravagant, over-the-top, crazy coasters we've seen in some of the other creations, you know, this is definitely a lot more tame. However, it makes up for it in the details. In terms of a contest, this is one of the most jam-packed, crazy detailed parks of all of them so far. Like I said, it feels like a mega park. You guys really made this feel like a big park with those details. Everywhere we look, it's just details, details, details. And so much like this whole area back here is basically constructed just for a carousel. And like just one of these wall pieces alone is 60 pieces for this midsection. Well, this little piece here, 600 pieces. What's this building piece back here? 2,000 pieces just for this building cap. These little things going up for the lift, 600 pieces. What's this little building here? The roof for this is 700 pieces. Again, this is where our frame rate is going. It's in the details. So I definitely think you guys did an elevated job. Like, I love this building here. It looks so incredible, especially with the reshade, picking up on all these little nooks and crannies. It looks just gorgeous. So artistic wise, I think this is just over the top. The coasters are also really great because you get to experience all those details. It's really beautiful. It feels like a mega park in a mini park contest because you guys went so over the top with all of these just exquisite little intricate details, and it's super impressive. One of the most highly detailed parks in the entire contest so far, and it goes to show just because of the frame rate. Everything here is made with an extraordinary amount of pieces. I cannot believe it. It's really a visual masterpiece. So give it up for Kingdom Luxinox from Pillsbury 501 and Max 2301, as well as a little bit of Chris was mixed in here. Who's that? Who dat Chris? Who you at? Where you at, Chris? A beautiful theme park creation, and again, love all this little realism on the backside here. Little staff facility buildings, and you know, all that realism stuff. As you can see back here, you built all the facilities, made it seem believable. The coasters themselves were very much realistic, and then the details are just something extraordinary that you only get to see in a Disneyland style park. This is truly over the top. Incredible work on this, you guys. What did you guys think? Fire away down in the comments below, and that is going to do it for me in today's episode of Park Spotlight. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye now.